There are a lot of wild and crazy conspiracies going around at the moment. One that has kind of caught traction is this wagon issue. This guy comes in, he drives a big van right up to where the votes are being counted, right? He unloads a wagon, right? And he pulls the wagon into the voting center, right? Now, what this turns out to be is hilarious, but it's fooled even really smart guys like this. This is Discourse Politics. Follow his channel if you haven't, especially if you're a Republican. But let's take a look at this video.
In this video, it shows the guy just kind of showing up all willy-nilly, all by himself, loading up a box of whatever. And by the way, this is several hours after the polls close. There's really no reason that this should be happening at 3 in the morning. What took somebody until 3 in the morning to show up with these ballots? But
okay, so
in the morning, what took somebody until
okay, so what took someone to 3 o'clock in the morning to show up with these ballots? All right, so when I talk about logical fallacies a lot, these are these like weird leaps to conclusions. Why do you assume that those are ballots? It could be literally anything. And by the way, even if they were ballots, look at how small and tiny that wagon is. So you think some guy is going to risk going to prison with the eyes of the nation on this election to wheel in 20 to 50 ballots in a wagon at 3 a.m.? Come on, man. All right, but let's keep going.
3 in the morning to show up with these ballots? But nonetheless, anyway, there's somebody loading up a box of ballots into what appears to be a wagon, and then that wagon is just brought inside. So here it is. And so this is her first.
Yeah, so here it is. Here it is. All right, so I just want to debunk this like ridiculous claim like right away because it's all over the internet, and I'm just so sick of like hearing Republicans talk about this nonsense wagon. All right, it was camera equipment. All right, it wasn't. It is a very small camera. It's just heavy, because when you're going back and forth, you're covering this stuff for a long time. You don't want to be like lugging this camera equipment everywhere. So the guy, look, he got this little tiny little wagon so that he wouldn't have to, hurt himself carrying this super heavy camera equipment everywhere. And anyway, man, it is just so tiring. It is just so tiring. This is the best evidence they have of voter fraud. This camera equipment nonsense, right? This is the best they have. It gets worse. All right. They literally are just making up facts and just saying, oh, well, that has to be true, right? About like, dead people being on the voter rolls, about illegal immigrants, coming in Arizona and voting, all of this stuff, right? So at least this, they kind of tried to produce some evidence. They gave it their best shot. It just kind of fell short. So yeah, please don't believe this ridiculous wagging story. So let's actually read the article real fast. Let's see what was going on. Okay, so Detroit officials are debunking a video that falsely implies election fraud occurred when a man pulled a red wagon containing a box into a vote counting center early Wednesday. So ridiculous. City officials shot down the allegations made in the video in a statement to CNN on Thursday. There was no election equipment, no ballot or ballot boxes transported in red wagons. It's hilarious that officials, right? People who have gone to school, who've been elected, right? Who's wearing a suit and tie, all right? Or, that they have to like sit in front of a reporter and they have to literally, like this has to come out of their mouths. Like what a weird day we live in. Okay, anyway, and if this wasn't enough, a local TV station said the man who appeared in the video is one of their photographers who was bringing a case of camera equipment to the TCF Center where election workers were counting votes. Why was he bringing camera equipment there? To observe so that they can have like a report. Like there are so many eyes on these voting centers right now. It is literally impossible to do what people are claiming they were doing, which is like bring in a box full of ballots. Like, yo, that would be caught so quick. And you would go to prison. I mean, you know, pound you in the butthole prison, okay? Where Bubba would be like your cellmate. All right, no one is doing that right now. All right, so anyway, a CNN affiliate WXYZ posted a photograph of a red gear wagon. Investigative reporter Ross Jones tweeted, "The ballot thief was my photographer."
Firsthand account of everything that she sort of went through, starting with seeing the ballot box come out of this van.
Well, I actually went up there with all the polls were closed, and I went up there after we had all gotten back to the hotel.
And see, what happened was I went up there because I was hoping, I was praying to find anything I could misconstrue as voter fraud or like, you know, some sort of shenanigans. And I waited for hours. And when I finally saw something that I could take, you know, to fit the conclusion I had already had, I just ran with it. Right. And I assumed they were votes. And I am an idiot.
I was kind of watching the news and decided I was going to go check on, it's called Kobo. And so I thought I'd go downtown and check out how the absentee ballots were being counted. And
Yeah. You know, I just thought I would go down and check at 3 a.m. how absentee ballots were. What are you talking about?
and see if they were still counting, because I had actually heard on the news that they weren't going to be counting anymore.
That's exactly. So we were doing the.
Yeah, and they weren't counting. They weren't. They had all the machines covered up. So because no one was counting at 3 a.m. So the guy was just setting up video equipment. Oh man, I don't know. Here, let me
election
see.
stream all night, and keep in mind that into that point when we.
Oh yeah, this is another thing. The guy Crowder on this other like right-wing YouTuber. And you know, and there's no punishment for this, right? So now that they've got it wrong, and it was just a camera equipment issue, like it's not like that means that they have to suffer any kind of consequences for it. Like, do you think that they're going to get on and make a video about how they were wrong? Like take even the guy Discourse Politics, who I'm telling you about, right? Very, very small YouTuber, and I really like the guy, right? But now that he's published this video, do you think that he's going to do a retraction video? Do you think that he's gonna, you know, get on, waste even a few minutes of his time and just apologize to people and say, you know what, I'm wrong. I accidentally deceived you guys. I take responsibility for my own actions, even though, look, I had good intent. I did it in good faith, but I was wrong. So I'm actually going to share this video with him, and I'm going to see, like, I don't know. Listen, so this goes out to you, Discourse Politics. Now that you know that what you were just telling everybody was wrong, are you going to, you know, be a man and actually just apologize? Apologize to your viewers, right? Because listen, people are clutching right now. Like, it hurts to lose, right? I mean, people are clutching for anything, right? And so people want this to be true. I understand. I get it. I've been on the losing side before. But no, I mean, we can't just go around just telling people conspiracy theories without any kind of proof. All right. And when you discover that you were wrong, you should tell people. So that's what I believe. Anyway, hit like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Reshare this and comment below. What do you think about this story? Do you think I'm wrong? Right? Do you think there's secretly thousands of ballots inside of this camera case? All right. Until next time.